Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Y Spaces, Apiron, Tuala, Symph, Secuna, Red Circle Global, Maroon Studios, and Aim High. Check out our partners in the description.
Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, inspiring more Filipino entrepreneurs and innovators. Live tayo ngayon dito sa 2025 Regional Science and Technology and Innovation Week in Western Visayas, organized by DOST Region 6 here in Robinsons, Rojas, Capiz. We have our second podcast feature from the Intelligent Machines exhibit. We have Incutech and we have Sir Marvin De Pedro. Hello, sir. Kamusta?
Hello, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm good naman. I'm good. So far, so good.
And thank you sa ating live audience dito. Medyo maingay lang sa paligid, pero this is actually an opportunity para mas mapakilala pa natin ang science and technology ng Pilipinas sa mas maraming tao. And di ko na papatagalin, sir, So ano nga ba ang Incutech?
Okay. Let me read na lang po. According sa description namin, Incutech is a precision IoT-based incubator designed to optimize hatching by tailoring conditions to the specific type of egg. So when we say conditions, that include already the temperature, the humidity, and possibly the type of egg or the number of eggs. So depende sa situation. Kumbaga may flexibility for the users, and then while still remaining the quality, achieving the best quality of the incubated eggs. At the same time, since IoT-based siya, users can monitor the progress of the process via a web app. So meron pa siyang kasamang web app, and then eventually a mobile app. And then meron din pong SMS notification for the kung tapos na ba yung incubation or kung may problem ba sa process. Yan po.
Ayun, napaka-exciting na to, no? IoT, Internet of Things. Familiar ba kayo dun? Familiar ba tayo dito? So actually, ang Internet of Things, para siyang kasi ang internet, nag-uusap yung mga tao through a digital technology.
So, yes.
Here, ang Internet of Things, nag-uusap yung mga things. Nag-uusap yung mga machine, mga device. And ang special dito is application ito in agriculture or parang in breeding, in hatching, So siguro puntahan muna natin, sir, yung sa agriculture, sa hatching. So ano ba yung parang problem talaga nila? Bakit nila kailanganin, bakit na nagugustuhin mag-apply ng IoT?
Okay. Number one po yung problem is yung pag-maintain or yung consistency sa quality ng eggs. So madami kasing factors sa environment na pwede mag-affect, and plus kung from time to time na paiba-iba yung process, like yung there are some times na ganitong amount of time ang pag-incubate, while there are other times na longer or shorter. So naapektuhan po yung quality ng incubated na eggs po.
So basically better quality kasi mas mamamonitor nila kung ano na yung status ng mga itlog.
Yeah, yes. So in addition to that, yun nga po yung may it allows the user to monitor remotely. So hindi mo na kailangang bantayan at all times. Even at your office, you're aware of what's going on. And at the same time, pwede mo ding i-control. May mga settings sa user interface that allows you to adjust the temperature, humidity, and so on.
Is this also automatic? Na parang pag nakita nung Incutech na, let's say, sobrang init pero hindi naman dapat ganun kainit, baga-adjust siya automatically?
Yes. For now, manually. So, you can monitor, and once may problem, you will be notified. And since na-notified ka, may chance kang i-adjust siya remotely.
I-clarify lang natin, sir, this is chicken egg or maybe duck egg ba? Anong egg ba ito?
So for now, pwede siya sa duck eggs, pwede siya sa chicken egg, but as soon as we get the data for the other types of eggs, pwede din po natin i-include yun. However, we have to take note na hindi po pwedeng pagsabayan yung different types of eggs.
Yes. Magkaiba ba, sir, yung parang time, hatching time, or maybe mga needed na temperature ng chicken tsaka ng duck egg? Magkakaiba ba yan?
Yes po.
Magkakaiba, oo.
Yes, but to be honest, I'm not an agriculture expert, so
Yeah.
baka yung mga next questions about
yeah.
that, baka di ko na masagot.
And anyway, I think that's true. I think iba-iba ng conditions na kailangan. So, ang kinaganda rin, if it's automated, hindi na malilito yung nagbe-breed, yung nag-hatch. Kasi baka malito siya. Akala niya chicken to, akala niya duck to. So, sabi nga nila, machines are actually more or parang less prone to error. So, in this way, mas ma-ensure yung quality. Pero siguro sir, even if you're more in the tech side, do you have an idea paano nga ba minomonitor ng mga breeders, ng mga farmers, ng mga hatchers, yung eggs sa ngayon? Like, as in araw-araw ba? Or oras-oras, binabantayan, check yung status? And parang gaano ka mai-improve yun ng InQtech na parang kung dati, oras-oras or araw-araw, ngayon hindi na kailangan talaga bantayan. Pwedeng malayo sila, they can just check in their phone. So ano ba yung parang in terms of like the monitoring requirement, ano yung mai-improve ni InQtech for the farmer, for the yung nag-manage nung hatchery?
Okay. Based sa mga nadalaw naming mga farm na may incubators, so pang best na practice is always dapat may nakabantay. But of course, kung iiwan mo, make sure lang na kabisado mo. Like, alam mo kung how soon ka dapat bumalik or how soon ka dapat mag-check. Ayun. So, may pros and cons.
Yes. So actually para to sa mga meron ba tayo sa audience, mga Gen Z ba ang ating audience dito? Kasi parang nagiging uso ngayon or bumabalik. Nagkaroon kasi ng notion na parang ang farming is for the matatanda, ganyan. Pero nagkakaroon ng notion ngayon, yung mga mas bata ay nagiging into farming din. And lalo na with the help of this technology, yung mga mas entrepreneurial dyan na mga younger generation na gusto mag-farming, parang pwede gawin na they can manage their hatchery, but hindi nga nila kailangan na andun lang. Kasi yun yung parang iniisip ng mga tao na mag-farm ka, pero nakabantay ka dun. So, hindi mo na na-enjoy yung iba mong buhay. So, here, with InQtech, pwede mong iwan dyan yung hatchery mo, yung chicken eggs na nag-incubate, then you leave it in a room, you leave InQtech there, then ikaw, pwede kang mag-travel or magtrabaho or mag-aral,
or
diba?
do some other important things.
Yes, oo. And also, for example, you are marketing your eggs, you are selling your eggs, you can do that business.
Yes.
And at the same time, you can leave your eggs na magiging okay yung produce without really like the effort pa na kailangan. Tama ba yun, sir?
Yes, sir. I think everything you said is copy-paste ko na lang. Yeah.
Sige. Now, siguro, sir, puntahan natin yung technology dito, no?
Yes.
Kasi maybe mas explain natin ano ba talagang IoT. Pero in a nutshell, paano ba talaga nag-work ito? So like, can you give us a picture? Like, ano yung kailangan i-install? Or for example, let's say, meron tayo dyang yung incubator. So, paano i-attach doon yung InQtech? Paano siya mag-work? So, can you give parang para mas ma-imagine natin, sir?
Sige po. Ganito. In a nutshell, yung InQtech na device mismo, as in the hardware part, may tatlong main parts. Of course, the computing part, meron siyang sensors, and then meron siyang actuating part, especially for moving the eggs. So those three actually can be considered as the under one of the three C's. So there are three C's. The first one is components. So the computing part, the sensors, the actuators, kailangan mag-usap-usap yon as components. And para makapag-usap-usap sila, kailangan may second C, connectivity. Or communication. So there must be a way para makapag-connect sila, especially via the internet. And the third C naman po, since a lot of data is involved sa processing, so hindi po kaya ng normal na computers yan. more often than not, kailangan na po ng supercomputer na mag-handle ng lots of processing almost simultaneously or in a very fast manner. So, doon na po pumapasok yung third C, which is the cloud.
Cloud.
Cloud. Okay, so components, connectivity, and then the cloud. But recently, let me insert lang. I have read some articles that the cloud has become we have become less dependent on the cloud since meron na po tayong tinatawag na fog computing and then edge computing. So those are other topics that we can also explore. We can adapt to further improve the system and of course maging less dependent sa internet. So I've read na even though IoT pa din siya, pwede siyang actually maging less dependent sa internet through fog computing or edge computing.
Ayun. Nakuha pa natin yung 3C, ano yung 3C? Computer. But by the way, components. Components. Yung components, andyan yung sensors, and even yung computer.
Yung computing device.
But yung computer, sir, meron yung parang mga yung mga mini computer, yung mga, pwede ba yung mga ganun? Yung,
as simple as Raspberry Pi or
yes. Pwede siya.
Or Arduino.
Arduino, oo.
As long as kaya niya mag-compute ng data from sensors.
Okay.
So
yung 3Cs natin, components, including the computing machine, and then connectivity. So is this connectivity like internet ba ito? Or
like how do you connect to the internet? Do you need a cable or Wi-Fi router?
So parang yung sensor, connected siya sa internet, papadala siya ng data sa computer.
Technically, dadaan mo na sa computing device.
Dadaan sa computing device.
And yung computing device, makikipag-communicate via Wi-Fi or via any network transmission media. Yun.
And then,
doon na po sa cloud ipaprocess. May platform po doon na ready to use for beginners. But also, pwede kang gumawa ng sarili mong platform din via cloud.
And then pagka-process ng cloud, ibabalik sa computing.
Yes po.
And then pwede ibalik dun sa
whichever like the mobile app. So, kung may mobile app ka doon, mag-receive mo yung data.
So basically sa robot, yung parang device.
Yes. Dumaan lang ng internet.
Okay.
Or pwede din, baliktad, via your device like your phone, pwede mo i-control yung machine by sending control signals, tapos dadaan ng internet, and then papuntang device natin.
Although pwede automatic lahat, no? Automatic lahat. As in, the sensor, pag meron siyang nakitang trigger, yung sensor will send data to the computer. And then, papadala sa cloud, iba-process. Pag may nakitang trigger, babalik sa computer, ibabalik sa component, then pwede automatic mag-a-act na yung, pwede i-adjust yung temperature.
Yes, pwede din.
Or pwede nga rin na cloud, and then to the computer, and then to the human, na pwedeng manually mag-a-adjust or mag-a-up. Tama ba yun, sir?
Pwede din naman po.
Ayun. Nakuha pa natin yun.
Yung, actually, pwede nating i-shortcut. Doon na po yung, kaya ko mention yung fog computing and edge computing. Pwedeng malesen na yung travel. Because the more na nagta-travel yung signals natin, of course, we can expect more delays. So, yun.
Ano yung mga sample, sir, na mga sinesense dito? Temperature,
humidity.
Humidity.
Yes.
Ano ba, sir?
Mostly. At least check.
Sige. Baka meron din dyan yung parang...
Like the position of the eggs. Kung anong angle siya. Or kung ilang beses pa siyang kailangang mag-turn.
So pwede rin na if-wrong yung parang position niya, i-adjust siya. So, may robotic arm din ba ito? Parang may... Or paano siya i-move?
May motor lang na nag-rotates ka.
Okay, I see. Ayun. So, grabe. Ang napaka-advanced naman ito, no? Do you imagine, sir, na yung mga farms or yung mga breeders nga, mga chicken egg hatchers in the future, lahat sila gumagamit nito? Or parang part na talaga ng kanilang system?
Ako, to be honest, mag-challenge na ipa-adapt or encourage lang i-adapt to. But on the other hand, it's an opportunity for the younger farmers or the next generation na, kaya ko naman pala mag-farm with the help of this technology. So, hindi naman pala ganun ka sobrang, ano term?
Yes, tsaka also,
ridiculous or
exactly.
hassle.
Kasi, sige, sa ating audience, pag sinabing farm, anong naisip nyo? Baka naisip nyo mga bukid, mga ganyan. Pero, it can happen na in the city, no?
Magiging
So,
amoy araw ka, pawis na pawis.
Part talaga siya ng,
Nangingitim ka.
Yes. So, parang, basically, baka pwede nga may mga incubators sa mga household and applyan natin ng IoT, ng Incotech, and then, kumbaga, farming can be really a part of, hindi siya yung parang medyo detached sa city, kundi nasa city talaga. Parang, I think kasabay din siya ng mga advancements sa, nagiging out of topic na tayo, pero kunwari mga hydroponics, na parang,
Yes.
itong buong movement na to sa agritech actually, ay para hindi na maging detached yung agriculture na nasa outside city, kundi talagang isang buong ecosystem na tayo na nakikita natin at alam natin kung saan talaga nangagaling yung mga pagkain natin. So,
Yes.
I think Incotech is also part of this parang societal movement and change.
Yes, sir. Since na-mention niyo po yun, Incotech is somewhat like a poultry version of the hydroponics.
Yes.
So, it's like bringing the poultry industry into the homes.
Bringing poultry egg hatching into the household.
Household level.
Ayun.
Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more. In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
Protect your assets from bugs before bad hackers exploit them. And launch your products seamlessly with Secuna, your trusted partner in cybersecurity. Receive reports in real time and work with security experts to find bugs in your products before others do. Let's make your security our priority.
Sige, sir. I think this is interesting, and I think na-touch on na nga natin kung paano like, ito yung parang parang medyo philosophical na idea. Pero, paano nga ba, sir, nagsimula ang Incotech? So, maybe, pa-share din, sir, ng inyong background. You're from Iloilo, no? From ISAT. So, can you share lang, sir, inyong background? And paano ba talaga naisip at ginawa itong si Incotech?
Okay. So, Incotech, nag-start siya last year. And to be honest, hindi po ako yung founder. It was my colleague, Dr. Algidano, colleagues at ISAT-U, who is actually serving as the supervisor at the Fab Lab of ISAT-U. So, meron siyang OJT students last year, and yun po yung pinagawa niyang project. So, the students did research, of course, did some mathematical modeling, and eventually development of the device. So, and then, as far as I know, sinali din po nila to sa different DOST na events, and did some pitching activities as well. And
which is this, sir?
pitching, I think last year, I'm not sure, I just forgot the name of the DOST event. But if you can see the AVP that we are playing at our booth, yun po yung kanilang pitching video.
If I may ask pala, sir, anong department or anong course itong...
Okay. So, we are part of our ECE department. ISAT-U. ECE, Electronics
ECE.
Engineering.
Electronics Engineering. Oh, sa bagay, IoT, I think is heavily a part of...
That's one of the fields na pwede namin mag-specialize on.
And then kayo, sir, ngayon kayo ang nag-lead ng exhibit dito. So, ano naman yung parang motivation ninyo rin? Medyo personal sa pag-continue and paggawa ng project na ito.
Okay. It's a mixed intention, mixed agenda. So, Incotech is currently undergoing an upgrade. So, we're planning na mag-adapt ng AI-based technologies para mas ma-improve pa. Like, maging mas autonomous pa siya and mas maging user-friendly. And of course, maging mas affordable, cost-efficient. So, siguro to get some ideas, also by networking with some other professionals here, I believe ang daming professionals dito. So, who knows, may ma-meet kami na matulungan kami sa pag-improve, makapagbigay ng ideas, exchange of ideas din. Of course, meet new people.
Yes, of course. And of course, we have to give thanks to the OST Region 6 nga for organizing such this is a regional science and technology and innovation week. For me, it's like a celebration. It's a networking event as well, but it's also like a celebration na parang we are showcasing what the Filipino really can do.
Nakakamiss.
And mag-i-inspirean tayo. Actually, personally, seeing all of this, and lalo nga sa mga, when I see na ang dami mga student, parang, nakakagana na ang ganda na magiging future ng Pilipinas. Sana. So, parang nakikita natin na nag-progress din tayo and kasabay tayo sa, pag-advance ng technologies. Anyway, balikan natin, sir, yung AI, how exactly, sir, do you see AI talaga? Kasi AI is now a very big word now. So, how exactly do you think can AI be applied pa dito?
Like what I mentioned, gusto namin maging mas autonomous siya. So, that's one possible application of AI. Instead of relying on the user inputs, the device itself can make decisions. So, malasan yung waiting time for the inputs or decision of the user.
Mag-touch on ako ng auditor sa risks ng AI. Baka naman mamaya yung mga chicken dito maging hyper chicken naman sa sobrang optimized ng AI or hindi wala namang ganun. Wala namang ganun.
Wala namang ganun.
At the end of the day, the AI will still help optimize yung pag-hatch ng mga eggs.
Hindi po siya intended para palitan yung farmers or ang goal po namin is mapadali yung buhay ng buhay magsasaka or buhay taga-alaga ng itlog.
If I may ask lang pala, sir, sa parang business side nito or yung parang commercial side nito. So how do you see? So parang is this gonna be sold to farmers or maybe may ibang channel, maybe through government support maybe. So how do you think na parang mas i-implement to or parang mas ma-distribute sa mga farms?
Personally, I believe the best is with the help of the government, LGU. Kung matulungan kung may silang program for the farmers, maybe they can consider this. Or kung meron diyang mababait na private entities na mag-offer ng opportunity for the farmers na maka-own ito at a very low what do you call that, yung hulugan.
Pwedeng cooperative style, no?
Cooperative
pero actually
style.
nakikita ko dito, sir, kasi this is such a huge technology. Of course, I'm pretty sure if you sell this to farmers now, sobrang parang
costly pa.
It's not gonna be easy. But I think kaya kailangan ng investment kasi kailangan mapakita talaga na nag-work siya. And pag meron ng mga farmers or mga poultry or mga hatchers na kumbaga nag-work ito for them, kumbaga nag-profit sila, mas okay yung pagpapatakbo nila ng business, they can go wherever they want but still manage their business, makikita yun ng iba. So, doon magsisimula yung parang what for the others to buy or to take part. Pero parang ito yung klase ng mga business na kailangan talaga ng investment or ng injection of capital kasi you really need to jumpstart yung pag-introduce sa kanya sa market. What do you think about that, sir?
Parang tama naman po.
Kasi hindi siya madaling
at least
ibenta.
Importante may proof of concept ka to start with. So, hindi yung nagsasabi ka lang nagsishare ka lang ng ideas pero wala kang facts, wala kang hinawakang data to back up your claims. So, that's a very important thing to do at first. Dapat may proof of concept ka. Kahit hindi pa siya fully functional, importante, mapapakita mo na ay doable. Ma-prove mo, ma-convince mo na you are not just making any audacious claims. So may basis yung kiniklaim na. And I believe kailangan pa ng further improvement. And in our case, ano pa lang to, parang first version.
Speaking of that, sir, nasa ang stage ba ngayon itong development? You have a prototype, you have working...
The prototype is at its first phase.
Mm-mm.
So, currently, yung second phase is ongoing. That's why, actually, hindi namin dinala yung prototype. So, video na lang. Plus, mabigat siya. And the quality. Hindi naman makikita ng students, ng visitors, kung paano mag-hatch yung eggs. Kaya, it doesn't make sense kung dadalhin namin.
So, as in yung prototype, sir, as in kompleto na siya na yung computing sensors, then yung computing device.
Yes.
Then, i-attach dun sa incubator, parang ganun.
Yes. We already have the prototype working and present na po siya. And although may market price na siya sa AVP namin, I believe it can be less pa. Pwede pang ma-reduce once we have our next phase or next version.
Yeah. And parang ang exciting nga dito no, yung bigger future. This actually, sorry sa paggamit ng word na medyo cliché na, pero revolutionary. Kasi if this happens really na talagang more households adopt this, magbabago talaga yung tingin ng Pilipinas at actually ng buong lipunan sa
especially na ng young ones.
So baka mangyari nga dito, kada bahay, meron ng, as we talked kanina, hydroponics, then meron ding Ingotech kasi. So you really make your own food na from the vegetables, the glow food, and the protein, the grow food.
Possible. It's very possible. But it will be more possible with the help of the government, of course.
Yes, yeah.
So we need support and we need some policies also. So as long as nandun yung mga not so nice na practices especially sa agriculture, so pang mahirap pa din. So we can't deny the fact na kailangan talaga ng help ng government.
Speaking of that pala, sir, so this started sa ISAT nga, ISAT-U.
Yes.
And then, ano ba, sir, yung mga parang naging journey or ano yung mga support that you have received so far or maybe yung mga competition nga na nasalihan nyo or that pitching that you mentioned kanina, yun yung mga nasalihan nyo na
mga pitching.
Or other competitions or maybe other exhibits
mostly
like this.
Yung nagpi-pitch kasi mga students.
Okay.
I tried once.
Kamusta, sir?
A few months ago. It was okay naman. Okay naman for the experience purposes. Syempre nakapag-pitch din naman po ako. Back in my previous job, nakapag-pitch ako in the front of the mayor of Parañaque. Nakapag-pitch din po ako sa isang DOST event, NCR. Not really pitch. Somewhat like interview lang, content presentation. Yung formal pitching for startup, I did once pa lang.
How was it, sir? Or baka meron ka dyang ma-share na lesson that you learned or parang advice or tip for pitching?
Too many to share So, ang pinaka-importante na siguro, or one thing I can think of is, importante may proof of concept. So, importante, you have to convince the person or the investor that doable to. So, this is how we're going to do it. Hindi yung magsasabi ka lang na, ito yung gagawin namin. Pero wala ka namang sinasabing, how?
At saka siguro dapat ang sarili mo ay na-convince mo na. Baka mamaya nako-convince ka ng iba, hindi mo pala nako-convince sarili mo. So kailangan talaga meron kang working or really doable na proof of concept nga.
Yes.
Really to convince others.
Kahit hindi ganun ka-detailed. At least may direction.
If I may ask lang, sir, have you encountered any challenges or parang ano yung mga challenges na parang tingin nyo maybe naka-affect or maybe or basically, parang in creating this innovation, in starting this startup, ano yung parang challenges that you encountered?
Okay, I think this time I'll be speaking as a startup founder of my own startup company,
Okay.
not for Incotech. Uh, as the founder, of course, you have to do everything, and you need help from different people. So, kailangan tayo mag-build ng relationships, especially sa mga taong naniniwala sa iyo. So, you have to earn their trust. You have to convince them that they are not, kumbaga hindi mababaliwala yung pinagkatiwala na sa'yo. So, that's one thing na challenge, one main challenge. Of course, another main challenge is, I think, sa emotional. So, nakaka-frustrate actually pag na-reject ka ng taong nilapitan mo. So as a founder, you have to be more stable, more emotionally healthy.
Yes.
Na okay lang yan, rejection, it's part of the game.
Nakakapagod talaga maging founder kasi you wear many hats.
Yes,
You do many
everything.
things. But speaking of that pala, sir, you have your own startup and now you're doing Incotech pa. So,
Yes.
why did you choose to do that? Na nag-Incotech ka pa, you're doing this IoT chicken egg incubator, but you also have your own startup. So parang
Yes, sir.
those are multiple things that you handle.
Okay. Actually, when we are asked to, when we were invited to an exhibit, an entry, yun po yung una kong naisip, yung Incotech, since it is officially an entry from our Fab Lab. So, when we were asked to kung pwede pang dagdagan, ang isang isasali ko dapat is an entry from our students na sumali sa a recent hackathon. However, hindi po yun na materialize masyado. That's why in-insert ko po yung sarili kong project. It's called Safety Squared. So, the startup that I'm trying to build, or actually like a micro enterprise that holds an umbrella of startups. So, pang different projects po.
Okay.
So, hindi siya madali, especially funding talaga. So kung given lang na, if I have sufficient funds to start with, maybe things will be a lot easier.
Going back, sir, sa sa IoT, parang I also want to tackle yung larger science ng IoT. Ngayon kasi may mga big words ngayon AI, IoT. Doon tayo, sir, sa IoT. Ano sa tingin niyo yung parang pinaka possible na maging impact ng IoT sa society maybe, or parang for example AI can really automate a lot of things, can do a lot of decision making. Ang IoT, sir, ano yung parang larger, especially, for example, si Incotech, IoT application siya in egg hatching. Pero, IoT as a whole, sir, what do you think yung parang larger impact sa society?
I guess more on making things easier for us, allowing us to do more with less, especially do more with time, do multiple things while in one place. Well, so for example, you are at your own home or office, pwede mong gawin somewhere, yung isang task somewhere in Cebu, somewhere in Manila, somewhere in even outside. So pwede mong gawin lahat yan nang hindi yung maalis sa bahay.
Pwede ka palang multiple business owner. Meron kang business na minamanage kahit sa ang parte ng Pilipinas or even ng mundo because of kumbaga IoT na yung nag-handle ng mga operations doon.
But I have to mention then, of course, since internet is involved, there are cybersecurity risks. So yun naman po yung yung downside nun. Like kung walang security features, anyone can attack you, take advantage of you, exploit your data, use it for their own advantage.
I guess big part rin talaga ng IoT, ng internet actually, Internet of Things lalo na, ang cybersecurity. Yeah. We really need to protect yung...
So kasabay dapat yun.
Yes.
Once nag-consider ka ng IoT, dapat cybersecurity kasabay na nun.
So do you also, I mean, is it really part of your, like this whole project of yours, cybersecurity?
For now, we only have the basic security features like passwords and choosing the right platforms.
Kasi baka kung IoT na nga yung egg incubator natin, baka yung mga ibang egg incubator, i-hack yung IoT natin.
Yes, possible yun kung reckless ka. So, you have to... Number one, I think one of the most important factors is yung platform, IoT platform na kinonsider mo. Yan. Kumaga, yun yung first line of defense mo eh.
Pero grabe, ibang usapan tayo, no? I mean, if we imagine a future na IoT na lahat, I mean, ang daming bagay na mga IoT, so, madaming kailangan isipin na panibago para ma-maintain yung ganong klaseng mundo, for example. Ayun, sure, sige. Actually, medyo, na tayo, we're nearing our, nakakailan tayo? 36 minutes. Siguro, sure, let's go to our last part, Ano nga ba yung parang vision or parang yung future that you really see for InQtech? So, maybe, ang next steps nyo is to build the working model and then to pitch it, maybe government support para ma-distribute siya and maybe ma-commercialize, ma-sell. But also yung larger vision na do you see nga ba talaga na parang all over the Philippines and maybe even outside ginagamit yung technology ni InQtech?
Yes, but first, everything you've said, we agree po. Yun din po yung we consider everything. So when it comes to the larger vision, like what we really want to achieve with this, or how can we help the Filipinos for this, we are aligning ourselves with the vision of our research and extension Vice President, Dr. Ambut, na mangunguma at 25. So we really aspire na with these technologies, with whatever we develop, makakatulong kami sa pag-encourage ng mga young farmers na yung pagiging farmer is not an iyo na job. Hindi siya pang poor, hindi siya pang walang ka-class. So, pang farming will be the new sexy job. Magiging in siya, hindi siya kahiyaya.
Yes. Tsaka, ayun nga, actually, I've also interviewed mga other agri-tech startups, Parang we need to make farming cool again. Or parang, well, it's true. Actually, it's data-backed naman talaga. Nasa ngayon, ang taas ng average age ng mga farmers. But it shouldn't be kasi mawawalan tayo ng pagkain. Pag nawala yung mga farmers natin, mag-i-import tayo ng pagkain. Pag nag-i-import tayo lagi ng pagkain, pag nagka-pandemic or other supply chain issues, lugi-lugi ang Pilipinas. I mean, kung nag-i-import tayo. So I think this is also part of the movement na instead of just importing food, we are creating or producing our own food. And magagawa yan, of course, with agri-technologies like InQtech.
Hopefully, we are really looking to that.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Sad to say, padami yung nababawas sa ating workforce sa farming, sa agriculture. Pero hindi siya masyadong napapalitan. Yung mga next in line, in-encourage na maging doktor, maging engineer, mga ibang bansa. So, palit na palit yung population ng farmers. And walang pumapasok na bago.
So, true, sir. We also need to make farming really profitable. Kasi totoo naman, we have to accept it. Economics part nito. Kung wala kikitain ng mga tao sa farming, hindi mag-farm. Lugi talaga wala tayong own food production. So, we really need to make farming a profitable and economic business. And more sa mga kabataan, sa mga Gen Z, millennials, or even yung Gen Alpha, especially technology nga, totally different mindset sa farming. So, we hope actually to see that. Para patuloy pa rin na tayo ang nakaka-produce ng sarili nating mga pagkain, gulay, chicken, eggs, etc.
So, in short po, yung InQtech is one of those some other technologies din na nandito na we want to do more with less. Okay? Like more harvest, more yield, more quality outputs with less effort, less cost, less risks. Yan po.
And I think yan din naman ang mindset din ng mga negosyante. Lalo na ng mga batang negosyante. We want to have more, we want to do more with less effort. There's nothing wrong with that. Baka iba kasi isipin tamad pero really, that's the direction we should be going. Having more by inputting less.
Especially since we have the SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, and when we say sustainable, dapat hindi natin inuubos yung resources right now. We think of the future. Dapat ginagamit natin yung ngayon while still considering the next generations to come.
Yes.
Hindi natin uubusin yung para sa kanila.
Yes. Very true, very true. Yan actually ang ibig sabihin ng sustainable. Kasi sa ngayon ang nangyayari para tayong umuutang sa future. So dapat umuutang tayo, sige, may babalik natin. So umutang tayo ng sakto lang sa kailangan natin para patuloy pa rin mabubuhay ang mundo hanggang matagal na panahon.
Yes po. That's why we have to make the most of what we have. As much as possible, walang masasayang. Like in the case of eggs, walang ma-reject. Walang hindi magandang
tama. Optimizing really also the yield, kumbaga, the output.
Yes po. In that way, mapapataas yung yield po.
Less wastage, actually, more sustainable. And that also means more food production. Mas marami makakain ng mga tao. And actually, ang ibig sabihin yan is lesser prices, lesser costs.
Yes.
So that's actually good overall.
Yes.
Ayun. So, grabe, ang deep na, tsaka ang dami ng implications when we have this kind of tech, especially sa agri.
Introducing Aim High. Smarter construction management starts here. Monitor costs and progress with real-time insights. Plan ahead and adapt with streamlined scheduling tools. Make data-driven decisions to avoid costly delays. Increase efficiency and profit with Aim High.
Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com, guided by one of our top experts.
So, ayun thank you sir for this conversation. Thank you sa ating live audience dito. And if our listeners sir, baka meron nakikinig na gustong mag-invest maybe, or baka gusto mag-work with you, so how can they know more information? Do you have a website ba, sir, or Facebook?
Thank you for that. You can reach out na lang po sa ESATU via our Facebook page. Ayun po. And in addition po, we may own startup ko po, ako ni Projects. Ayun po.
Sa ESATU na, sir. So, contact ESATU na lang.
Yes po. Pwede sila mag-connect.
Okay,
to be more specific, ESATU Fab Lab.
ESATU Fab Lab. Ayun. Sige, thank you Sir Marvin ulit for this conversation.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you sa ating audience. Salamat.
Thank you very much to our 61 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLexPH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. Argum AI. Make smarter decisions by presenting both sides of an issue as argued by two distinct AI models. Pixel by ePlayment. Turn content into opportunity, grow deeper connections, and earn more. Only with Pixel. Sign up at pixel.eplayment.co. School of Profits. Filipino-led community for aspiring freelancers, VAs, agency builders, and online earners. Built to help you start, grow, and earn online together. Founders Launchpad, our ecosystem partner. Early stage accelerator providing venture capital funding, operational support, and mentorship. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest growing market insights tech company with its data gathering platform, Hustle PH. Smile Checks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. Cloud CFO, cloud accounting service provider for businesses ready to grow. Cloverly Tech, all-in-one digital platform for property developers. Body Beaties, accessible and personalized diabetes self-management application. HKB Digital Services, tech-based business tools including payroll, ticketing, and loyalty rewards. Hyperstocks, digital banking enabler for rural and thrift banks. One CFO, CFO services, bookkeeping and tax, and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Unawa, driving digital transformation with secure, legally enforceable electronic signatures and robust AML compliance. School Tech, all-in-one AI integrated school and learning management system. Better Support, a Manila-based BPO company. They have a referral program for people who can bring in new clients. You might know a Western-based business that needs better support. Britanna, enterprise-grade ERP solution that fits a small and medium business budget. Wonder Brand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. East Point Business Outsourcing Services, one-stop shop for streamlined business solutions for MSMEs such as business registration, bookkeeping, and more. DiviCode Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and wellness programs for you. This episode is powered by Stugbodok, JIA Engineering Solutions, Alcacon Aquafeeds 1LJ, Grey Wolf Technologies Philippines, Pareto Consulting, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Pahatid PH, Wishless PH, Tech Tribe, Yay, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Dohe Philippines, Edfolio, Hive Rooms, Sirius MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.